Dámy a pánové, prosím, přivítejte než nastoupení týmu Kanady. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Team Canada.
"45 games over the last 9 days, 4 more to go here at Tipsport. We are into Medal Saturday. Up first, the women's bronze medal game between Canada and Slovakia. Canada lost 3-2 to the United States yesterday in their semifinal. Slovakia dropped a 1-0 decision to the host Czech Republic. 4 games left to be played here at Tipsport. Hard to believe. It was 10 days ago we started. Thursday, June the 1st. With 3 games in the opening ceremonies. Now here we are on our final day at Pardubice. What a night last night, if you missed it. Czech Republic and Slovakia, the men's semifinal, in front of just shy of 8,000 rabid fans here at Tipsport. They played to a 0-0 tie after regulation. No goals scored during the 10-minute overtime. 5-round shootout. That was tied. They went to extra shooters before Slovakia finally prevailed. And they will play in the gold medal game against Canada 5 o'clock this evening. And last night was, I was going to say one of the, but it wasn't one of the, it was the most amazing night of ball hockey I've ever seen. Between the game that was on the floor and the activity in the stands, it was electric here at Tipsport. Today should be another good one. As I say, we start here, women's bronze medal game. That'll be followed by the women's gold at 11:30. Go to the men's bronze, and finally that's at 2 o'clock this afternoon, and finally the men's gold medal game, 5 o'clock this evening. In goal for Canada, Kristen Sugiyama. And for the Slovaks, as expected, Zuzana Tomčíková. See Canadian captain Mandy Duhamel. Welcome you to Tipsport. We're watching on the west coast of Canada. It's just midnight, 8:30 in the morning here. Canada, the black and red. Slovakia, the white, red and blue trim. Kapustova clears it to the near boards. Canada on it first. Can't get it out. 4 players in along the boards down below us. Slovakia come up with it. Kucheva played it out in front, taken away by Team Canada. They'll just clear it in, get in a line change 40 seconds into the opening period. Ravlikova turned away from Ratry, got it up to center. Pickford played it up ahead. Canada couldn't get to it. Stasheva, she stopped at center. Ratry Back at the point they'll come. Pickford, shot. Through traffic, rebound is there, they score! Canada with an early goal, minute 24 in. Jamie Lee Rattray. The shot from Pickford. Juicy rebound for Rattray. And she'll convert on that opportunity. Just under the glove of Tomčíková. Oh, that's corrected. Desmir. See that again. I thought it was Rattray. They're saying Desmir. Shot over the top of the goal. In the corner, April Drake. Drake to the boards. Curio racing over to the far corner. She comes up with it for Canada. In front, Drake. Drake turning, shoots. That went off the defenseman's leg to the corner. Korichkova got it up ahead. Krishkova over to the other side. Portova, Canada keeps it in at center. Down into the corner. Pavlikova off the boards looking for Findova. Played in by the Slovaks. Swanson back for Canada. Ushanova watching her, the two 17s. Kane, Amanda Kane, drops it. Rattray, shot. Save made by Tomčíková. A little drop pass, the shot. And it did deflect. It went off the defenseman, Petra Pavlikova. Tomčíková had to be quick to make the save. That ball definitely changed direction. Back of the point. Coos doesn't shoot it. Comes out. Slovaks have it. Only briefly. Don't get it over center. Canada still inside the attacking zone. Coos' shot was blocked. Again, Canada will keep it in. That was Kane. Rattray. Rattray down low. Backhands it out in front. Yurcheva. Again, not over center. Now it's out. Pickford. Yurcheva. To the front, shot. Save made by Sugiyama. Out at center, Francis. Running onto it was Juliana Pallotta. Pallotta down in the corner. Leaves it there. Canada will, well, they tried to come back to the point. Back in behind the goal. Pallotta. Pallotta to the side of the goal. Tomčíková will hold it there. Here's Marska heading off for the Slovaks. Canada control it, but then they lose it out at center. Having to get back there was Johnson. Picked off by Zaborska. Canada in again. Out in front again. Pass off the mark. Back come the Slovaks. Pavlikova. And behind the Canadian goal. Johnson able to knock it down there, and then she'll reverse it. Canada with a chance to bring it out. That pass off the mark. It'll be a flooring call against Team Canada. We'll come down to our right. 5:31 gone. First period 1-0 Canada. Cheyenne Eagle, their teammates, off to an early lead. Minute 24 in. That was the time of the opening goal. 5:31 gone. First period. Kept in by the Slovaks. They'll drop it back to the point. Zidmanska shot that one off of Eagle. Curio, blue line and over. Eagle is on it. Back at the blue line. Held in by Duhamel. Ball slides into Tomchikova. She'll hold on to it. It just trickles into the Slovak goalkeeper. Both teams changing, wholesale changes. Canada lost a tough one yesterday to the United States. Controlled most of the game early and then ran into penalty trouble. Led it 1-0 early in the third. The States had a two-player advantage, a 5-on-3 power play, able to tie it up. And then shortly after that had another 5-on-3 and a couple more power plays. And Canada let it slip away. They did at one point have a 2-1 lead. State tied it up and then went ahead with a goal by Dobson with just 34 seconds left to go in that game. The winning goal coming in the final minute of the game. Yurkova working on Mars. Mars got a stick in there, knocked the ball into the corner. Back there it goes. Mars and Yurkova. Mars off the boards. Tipped out by Canada and out over the red line. Udesova. Over to Zaborska. Johnson there first for Team Canada. And for Eagle, he ran into Pavlikova. The ball goes out of play, just past the halfway mark. First period, 1-0 Canada, 7:40 gone. Played 3 15-minute periods. If you're watching the game this morning, let me know. Get a hold of me on Twitter at @GScottSports. At @GScottSports. Like to hear from you this morning. Let us know where you're watching the game from. Skeets in around behind the goal. Tomchikova reaches back. She'll hold on to it. We'll get another face-off. Mandy Duhamel, Canadian captain. Eagle down low. Ball goes to the far corner. Eagle is on it first for Canada. She lost it. Yurkova has it. Gets it out over center. Swanson back. Up ahead. Pallotta. She loses it. Slovaks get it in over the blue line. Still in the zone. Still inside the red line. Swanson come away with it. Pass to Skeets. Up to Juliana Pallotta. Pallotta in over the blue line. Shot. Hesitated. Left the ball right there on the blue line before shooting it in. Teammate running in. Had to move it ahead about 6 inches before shooting it. Would have been okay. But the ball set right on the blue line. She wound up. Here's Mareva. Curio on her. Barichkova knocked it loose. Comes to Canada. Curio. Shot. Save was made as Traversa got one away from the high slot. Set up by Curio. Canada keeping the pressure on. Kristen Coos. Down to Rattray. Rattray, wrap around. Tomichkova made the save. That ball is still loose. Back at its center. Mars. Coos with a shot. Right on. Kicked away by Tomichkova. And the Slovaks have it. Don't get it out. Francis along the boards for Team Canada. Francis being watched by Varagova. Norikova down deep into Canadian territory. Canada, they're first. They've got it. Good pass by Johnson up at center. Ball came out over center. Slovaks will have to try and gain the zone. Zaborska back out by Canada. Rattray racing onto it. Rattray trying to get away from the defense. Rattray. Desmir's out in front. Couldn't get her to the ball. Findova. Sugiyama with a save. She'll cover up. First real shot on goal for the Slovaks in this game. It's been all Canada early. It's lead at 1-0 though, just the one goal. Canada won the face-off. Down the floor, Zidnanska. Gave it away at the blue line. Canada's got it again. Eagle threw it out in front. Over on the far side, getting to it was Canada. Threw it in front. Again, it's cleared away. Yurkova pushed back out over the blue line. Over center. Yurkova. She gets it in over the blue line for the Slovaks. No further than that. Taken away by Team Canada. Shot right on goal. Tomichkova makes the save. Pallotta behind the goal. They try and get it back to Pallotta. Comes out in front. Cleared away by Tomichkova. Kapustova stopped at the blue line. Kuz down to the corner. Eagle shoots. Ball is still loose in the crease. Tomichkova will cover it up. See the shot by Eagle. The ball bounces right back to her. And what a save. 2 saves by Tomichkova. First one doesn't get through. Huge pad save there, and then she dives and makes the save on the second one. 2 fantastic saves by Susanna Tomichkova. Shot misses the far post. Kept in by Kane, out to Kuz. Canada quickly move it in. Backhand save. Rebound, another save. Mariana Curio is able to split the defense. First backhand, toe save. Second, right there. Tomichkova will always give the Slovaks a chance. Folks watching from British Columbia in Canada. Early morning, just after midnight there. After midnight in British Columbia, just after 4:30, Newfoundland and Labrador on the other end of the country. Ball goes out of play. One of the local pubs the other night, to a conversation with bartender who spoke a little English, and we're talking about Czech Republic and Canada, and for a little while I said, what time is it now in Canada? I said, well, it's a little more difficult or complicated question than you might think. It's a big country. Here in the Czech Republic, just before 9 a.m., early start to our medal games. Tomichkova coming out, she'll play it, and it's knocked out of the air by Desmir. Behind the goal. 1 minute to go, opening period. Shot wide of the goal. Slovaks on it first. Duhamel couldn't hold it in. Slovaks get it out over center. Dump back into the Slovakian end. Brought back in by Rattray. Rattray stops inside the blue line. Winds up, shoots off the glove of Tomichkova. She'll take it off the end boards, hold on to it. 18 seconds to go in the period. Tomichkova coming out to play it. Duhamel knocks it right out of the air. Lucky for the Slovaks, it goes into the corner. Through the near boards, up towards the blue line. Kept in by Team Canada. Along the goal line, went in around behind the goal. Time running out, 5 seconds to go in the period. Kuz. And time will run out right there. Canada lead at 1-0. Goal 1:24 into the first period. Lisa Desmir credited with that goal. You see Kristen Sugiyama in goal. for Team Canada. Not too busy in that first period. Down at the other end, Susanna Tomchikova was very busy. We'll be back with the second period of this bronze medal women's game in just under 10 minutes from now. These are the 2017 ISBHF World Ball Hockey Championships. We are in Pardubice in the Czech Republic.
Hlavní partneři mistrovství světa hokejbalu jsou Czech, KYB Manufacturing, PlayStation, služby města Pardubice, Battery Shop, T6 Power, Quiz, Marhold, AML Holding, Radigas, stavební firma Jičmínek, Czech Insurance Agency, Nissan Auto In. Partnery Českomoravského svazu hokejbalu jsou Saber, Střída Sport, Merch 53, Fisher Hockey, Stillman, Hayden Sport, CCM a Vidwell. Hlavními mediálními partnery mistrovství světa hokejbalu jsou Česká televize a Český rozhlas radiožurnál. Partnery mistrovství světa hokejbalu jsou AAH Auto, Štojbly, léčebné lázně Bohdaneč, Ketodie, vodovody, kanalizace Pardubice, Explozia, Charlotte, T&T Trade, Auto, Energie AG Bohemia, Marknet, Calypso, ČPP Service, Správa a údržba silnic Pardubického kraje, Napatrax, Comia, EM Stav, Astex a Aspr, Elektroservice Odr, Finet Pardubice, Tekam, Mados MT, SAM Litomyšl, Bauxet.cz a Top Centrum. Dodavateli mistrovství světa hokejbalu jsou Rozvojový fond Pardubice, AB Edera, Connectel, Flamy, Odrážovka, Ditfood, České dráhy, Rosengard, Patapuf, Reptile, Bonte Catering, Chargebox, Allfloor, Tiburon, Kohinor, Berserk, Finlandia a Frenzel. Regionálními partnery mistrovství světa hokejbalu jsou Aquacentrum Pardubice, Atrium Palác Pardubice, Deep Vision, destinační společnost Východní Čechy, Kulturní centrum Pardubice, Dopravní podnik Pardubice, McDonald's, Dostihový spolek Pardubice, HC Dynamo Pardubice, Letiště Pardubice, Golf Resort Lunická hora a regionální rozvojová agentura Pardubického kraje. Garanti mistrovství světa.
1-0, Team Canada leading Team Slovakia. After one period of play, shots on goal show the domination of Canada in that first period, out shooting the Czech Republic 11-2. One of those two shots was from the side that may or may not actually have been on goal. Remember, Sugiyama really just having to make the one save in that period. Tomčíková much busier in goal for the Slovaks. Came up with 3 or 4 dynamic saves. Again, it's Canada, the black and red. Slovakia with the white, the blue and red trim. No penalties in that first period. I don't know if we've seen that in any game. Right off the get-go, the Slovaks bring it in. Kapustova, no shot on goal, but she's got it in the corner. Back at the blue line. Shot was blocked. Canada bring it out. Tipped ahead, trying to catch up to it, racing out. Tomčíková just got there with the stick ahead of the Canadian player. That was April Drake. Right in front, off the stick of Tomčíková. Mercurio, Drake in front, trying to get her stick free. Ball's tied up, coming in there's Francis for Canada. Down to Drake. Rattray stopped along the boards. Canada on it again. Francis in front. Drake with a shot. Tomčíková, another save. Rattray. Coos. Wide of the mark. Francis. Front. Desmir lost it on the stick handle. Kapustova, breakaway pass for Yurkova off her stick. She was in there, just couldn't control the pass. Yurkova to the side of the goal. Everybody stopped playing, excuse me. Both teams expecting a penalty there, none called. Referee's letting it go here this morning. Picked off. Yurkova has got Kochanova with her. Yurkova took the shot over the top of the goal. Back at the blue line, Desmir. Skeets was trying to get out from the side of the goal and get out in front. Canada out in front. Eagle shot off the defenseman's stick. Rolls down to Tomčíková. Here's that long pass. April Drake trying to get to it. Looks like she's about to, and the reach of Tomčíková just beating Drake to the ball. To the side of the goal, out in front, goes by everybody, to the boards. Canada keep it in. Vyshkova got it back. They tried to make the pass, picked off by Canada. Stopped up at center by Zidnanska. Zidnanska for the Slovaks. Backhands it down the floor. Behind the goal, Michelle Mars. Here on the near side comes the ball. Canada intercepts that. Long pass just beyond the reach of Amanda Kane, who was touched by the Czech player up at the blue line. That's why there is no flooring. Kane is on it. Kane knocked off her stick. Duhamel Goes in behind the goal, tipped out in front. Nobody there for Canada. They were changing. They were short a player. A bit late getting that change in. April Drake coming off the bench. Good pass up ahead. Here's Canada breaking in. Drake shoots. Tomichkova with the save. Drake got a step, but really couldn't get an angle for a good shot. Tomichkova just holds her ground. Nowhere for Drake to go. Couldn't get it out in front. 85 matches in total will be played before we're finished. Ball put out in front. Oh, what a save by Tomichkova. Got the left toe down. She has robbed Canada of what looked like shore goals now on 3 occasions. Everybody in the ball hockey world knows about Susanna Tomchikova. Going to be a penalty to Canada. April Drake will go. Knock down the Slovak player back at the blue line. So Canada forced to kill off a penalty. First penalty of the game comes 4:25 into the second period. Canada scored early, a minute 24 into this one. That's been it. Rattray able to get it out. Well, rolls down to Tomichkova. Here's Marska. Down the floor. Oh, they're going to call flooring on that. It looked like the Team Canada player could easily have gotten to that. Did it the old pretend I'm running fast routine. It'll be a face-off in the Slovak end. From the face-off, ball comes here to the near boards, put in around behind Kaczmarska. Yurkova. It's actually Zidnanska, 91. Kaczmarska in over the blue line. Johnson comes up with the ball. Johnson hopped over the stick of Rattray. Zidnanska. Zidnanska back at center. Will center it. Now swing it over to the far side. Kapustova. Zidnanska. Throw it around, down to Kapustova. Back to Zidnanska. Still no shot coming in. Zidnanska winds up, gets that one through. Sugiyama with the save. The ball goes out of play up into the mesh. 36 seconds left to go in the power play. She may have gone off the defender and up and out of play. Either way, face off to the left of Sugiyama. In goal for Team Canada. Team Canada player jumped into the circle a little bit early. They'll redo it. Skeets to take the face off now for Team Canada against Janzova. Kept in. Zidnanska. Kaczmarska, she was calling for it. Shot tipped in front. It's loose in the crease, cleared to the boards. Kaczmarska again looking for the deflection. One off Kuz into the corner. Kapustova in behind the goal. Backhand right through the crease. Came out the other side. Back at center. Zidnanska's shot goes into the corner. Penalties over. Canada's back to full strength. They've killed off the Slovak power play. Kaczmarska's shot knocked down right in front. Just lay there, right for the picking. .6:31 gone, second period, 1-0 for Canada in this women's bronze medal game. Sugiyama forced to cover it up as it comes off the end boards. Face-off will be to her right. You see Jamie Lee Rattray against Yurkova. Slovaks win the face-off. Right inside the Canadian blue line. Touch somebody at the Slovak bench. They'll redo that face-off. Will come outside the blue line. Last touch by the Slovaks. Duhamel had it taken away by Stasova. Duhamel's got it again. Canada to center, not out. Yurkova will hold it in. Shot was blocked, came right back to her. Slovaks pressing a little bit now. Duhamel just flips it down the floor. Yurkova plays it right back. Duhamel's got it again for Team Canada. At the blue line, they'll bring it in just onside. It's put out. They've got the zone. Knocked down. Slovakia don't get it out. Duhamel. Rattray looking for the deflection. Save made by Tomichkova and then put wide by Rattray. Traversa into the slot. Turning. Rattray with a shot. Traversa with a deflection. Went wide. Kane trying to knock it down. And taken by Revlikova for the Slovaks. Again, they can't get it out. Canada keeping it in, keeping the pressure on. Down low, two Canadians down low. That's put over the top of the goal. Kane trying to get it out in front. Canada's got it again. Curio working off the boards, comes back to the point. Slovaks, chance to clear it. They do. Shot in by Ryshkova. Slap pass goes all the way down to the blue line to Amanda Kane. In behind the goal. Zidnanska for Slovakia. Slovaks working a very short bench in this game. Seeing a lot of the same players out there quite a bit. Rogova. She can't get to it. Now gets it to the blue line. And the Slovaks just need to relieve the pressure. They'll clear it all the way down the floor, and that'll be a flooring call against Slovakia. 8:55 gone in the second period. Just the one early goal by Team Canada in the first period, 1:24 in, and that has been it. Canada control it from the face-off. Kuz. That hit Kapustova. Zidnanska. Eagle is on it for Canada. Eagle off the boards, getting in. Can't get much of a shot, but then it comes down low. Bounces up. Knocked away from the goal line by Zidnanska. That may require a little look. Kapustova. Go back and forth now. Kapustova for the Slovaks through the crease. It came out the other side. Back at the blue line, held in, shot over the top of the goal by Lilikova. Zidnanska. Lilikova towards the goal. Again, it goes wide. Jurkova's on it first. Jurkova turning. Jurkova's in front. Jurkova with a shot. Didn't get much on it. Sugiyama made the save. Eagles got it on the boards. Can't get it out. Kept in. Zidnanska. Zidnanska along the boards. Eagles got her pinned. Zidnanska spins off of that. Trying to get it out in front. Jurkova's shot wide of the target again. Eagle says enough of that. Let's fire that down the floor. Let's get some fresh legs out here. Slovakia with their best shift of the game. They had the Canadians pinned in their own end for about a minute there. This is the one Canada thought maybe they scored on. Knocked away by a high stick by the Slovaks, but cleared away from the goal line. The one who touched it as it was bouncing around, it was the Slovaks. Francis went off her foot but gets it up ahead. Desmere. Lisa Desmere in over the blue line. Trying to get her around Kesmarska. Kesmarska cuts her off. They'll cycle it down. Ratry out in front. Shoots. Timichkova with a save, but wouldn't have counted. I think we're going to have... Nope, the net has come off. Well, it may have been a crease violation first, but the net's become dislodged, so that's the reason for the whistle and the face-off. Timichkova, tough to beat. Got a goal early on a rebound. She has shut the door since then, keeping Slovakia in it. Just over 4 to go here in the second. Duhamel, her shot, blocker saved by Timichkova and up and out of play. She's just getting to everything. Ratry face off against Narogova. Canada wins it. Ball goes into the corner. Canada on it first. Ratry, Jamie Lee Ratry dancing out in front. A shot again. Timichkova with the save. She had traffic in front of her that time. Slovaks clear the zone. Swanson off the boards. Ratry can't move on it. Slovaks bring it back in. Pavlikova, Swanson, down below the goal line. 4 players in there. Canada come up with it. Drake chipping it ahead a little bit too far, hustling back to get it. Zaborska, fanned on her first clearing attempt, got the second one out at center. Now a race for it. Canada gets to it first and clears it back in. Drake is on it. Whistle goes. Yeah, it was cleared in from Canada's own side of the red line. So we'll come down to the other end. Steve Power standing next to me in the booth. Spotted that. I wasn't quite sure why the whistle went. Steve had it. Issue out at center. Referee in a prolonged conversation with Tamara Pickford. Asking about that play earlier in the Slovak crease where the ball was bouncing high. Into the far corner. Drake is on it first for Canada. April Drake. Tried to get it to Traversa. Broken up by the Slovaks. Ball goes up in the air. Canada's got it. It goes up into the stands over the top of the Canadian bench. Canada with 3 players out with injuries, all with knee injuries. Early in the tournament, Don Tulk and Chloe Tinkler injured their knees in the game against Great Britain. What I'm told is, I didn't see the game, it was over in the small hall. I'm told it was just a case of the players trying to stop quickly, foot stuck, and twisted their knee. And then a little later in the tournament, Heather Beirns also suffered a knee injury, so 3 players missing from the Team Canada lineup. Tamara Pickford, who's a coach, also listed as a player, although she hadn't anticipated playing, has had to play most of this tournament. As an emergency player, as Canada's run into injury problems. Blue line, Pallotta with a shot, blocked. Slovaks have it. Kapustova will send it down the floor. Yurkova's on it first. Back at the blue line. Not much on that. Goes into the corner. Kuz has it. Quickly up ahead. Good outlet pass. Canada sends it down the floor. It'll be a flooring call. Face off back in Team Canada's end. They wanted to get a change in. Maybe a couple more steps. Get it over the red line before you dump it in. Out at center, Gorichkova. Again, didn't get through, and it'll come outside the red line. Kazmarska down into the corner. Swanson to Francis. Good pass up ahead. Rattray turns, shoots, scores! Jamie Lee Rattray, finally, they get to Tomichkova for their second goal. Late in the second. Rattray took a good pass off the boards. Gets cut off here by the defender. Can't take it to the goal, but maintains possession, turns, sweeps it in while diving, and what a beautiful goal. Jamie Lee Rattray. There's the turnaround, and just inside the far post, beats Tomchikova. Little bit of breathing room for Team Canada. Goal early in the first, late in the second, they lead it 2-0. Johnson up ahead for Drake. Drake at center. And a little further, Curio just beyond the reach of her teammate. There's Amanda Kane. Kane leaves it in the corner. We'll go back behind the goal. Amanda Kane's got it back there. 30 seconds to go in the period. Amanda Kane in below the goal line. Cycles it back in behind. Drake trying to give it back to Kane. Canada pressing. Kane couldn't get a shot away. 15 seconds to go in the period. Kane still with it in the corner. 10 seconds to go. Back behind to Drake. Back to Kane. Kane tried to feed in front. Oh, what a save by Tomchikova! But then they score on the rebound. They're going to take a look at this. An amazing save by Tomchikova, then the rebound's put in. One more look at it. Kane makes the pass. Tomchikova got one pad on it. There's the shot. Unbelievable. Again, I mean, the blocker came off Tomchikova. You can't throw it. But still, amazing. And Canada put it in on the rebound anyway. Maybe a moot point. They are reviewing it. We go upstairs, as we say. Check the video replay. They used to put it up on the big screen. Now they get the referees to check it by phone. Maybe not such a big deal here today, but might have been a big deal last night when you had almost 8,000 fans in here. If they didn't like what they saw on the big screen, that's what happened. A game between the United States and Czech Republic in the men's competition earlier in the round robin. A number of disputed goals. They showed them up on the big screen. Fans thought that the calls went against the Czech Republic. States ended up winning it in a shootout, and the fans were angry. So as a result of that, ISBHF instituted a rule that they would get the referees to check video replay on disputed goals, and they don't put it up on the big screen. Now the referee goes over, as you can see, gets on the phone, and you have somebody take a look at the replay and relay the information down to the referees. Here it is again. Kane. Tomchikova dropped the stick, dropped the glove. It's a good goal. Canada scores with 1 second left to go in the second period. 2 goals in the last minute of the second period. Now it's breathing room for sure. Three to nothing. Tomchikova still angry about it. She's saying she lost her glove, but she lost it in throwing her right hand out to try and make the save. Slovak still angry about it. Slovaks need to get another player out there. Not going to matter. 1 second to go. Face off at center. There it is. There's the buzzer. And a wild finish to this second period. Team Canada with 2 goals in the final minute. One of them with just 1 second left to go. Slovaks still want to talk about it. Here's Tomchikova. She was complaining that she'd lost some of her equipment, therefore the whistle should have gone, but there's also an argument to be made that she threw the stick in the blocker at the ball, which could be a penalty. Referee went over to the penalty box. They checked the video replay. The goal was good. We'll take a break. Third period coming up. Canada and Slovakia. Canada leading it 3-0. 2 late second period goals. We'll be right back.
Ministerstvo školství, mládeže a tělovýchovy, agentura Czech turismu, Pardubický kraj, statutární město Pardubice, generální partnery mistrovství světa hokejbalu jsou Česká podnikatelská pojišťovna a Finex Technology. Hlavní partneři mistrovství světa hokejbalu jsou Czech, KYB Manufacturing, PlayStation, služby města Pardubice, Battery Shop, T6 Power, Quiz, Marhold, AML Holding, Radegast, stavební firma Jičmínek, Czech Insurance Agency, Nissan Auto In. Partnery Českomoravského svazu hokejbalu jsou Sabe, Střída Sport, Merch 53, Fisher Hockey, Stillman, Hejduk Sport, CCM a Vidber. Hlavními mediálními partnery mistrovství světa hokejbalu jsou Česká televize a Český rozhlas radiožurnál. Partnery mistrovství světa hokejbalu jsou AAA Auto, Štojbli, léčebné lázně Bohdaneč, keto diet, vodovody a kanalizace Pardubice, Explozia, Charlotte TNT Trade, Alutov, Energie AG Bohemia, Marknet, Calypso, ČPP Service, Správa a údržba silnic Pardubického kraje, Napatrax, Comian, EM Stav, Lastex a Aspr, Elektroservice Modr, Firet Pardubice, Tekam, Mados MT, SAM Litomyšl, Bauset.cz a Top Centrum. Dodavateli mistrovství světa hokejbalu jsou Rozvojový fond Pardubice, AB Gold, Edera, Konektor, Flejny, Odrážovka, Bitfood, České dráhy, Rosengard, Patapuf, Red Tide, Ponte Catering, Chargebox, Allfloor, Tiburon, Kohinor, Berserk, Finlandia a Frenzel. Regionálními partnery mistrovství světa hokejbalu jsou Aquacentrum Pardubice, Atrium Palác Pardubice, Deep Vision, Destinační společnost Východní Čechy, Kulturní centrum Pardubice, Dopravní podnik Pardubice, McDonald's, Dostihový spolek Pardubice, HC Dynamo Pardubice, Letiště Pardubice, Golf Resort Kulitická hora a Regionální rozvojová agentura Pardubického kraje.
Furious finish to the second period. Team Canada scoring twice in the final minute, including a goal with 1 second left to go that they had to go to video replay to take a look at. Not because of the time, but because of what was going on in the crease at the time. Goal stood 3-0 Canada after 30 minutes. Shots on goal after 2 periods. Canada out-shooting Slovakia 20-7. Comebacks have been tough to come by in this tournament, especially in the women's division. Once you get a lead, especially if it's more than 1 goal. Haven't seen too many teams come from behind. Can Slovakia do it here with the bronze medal on the line? Early in the morning here in the Czech Republic. Say hi to Sharon Pallotta checking in from Beaton, Ontario. Where it is 6:40. Sorry, it is 3:40 in the morning. So, Sharon, you either stayed up late to watch this one or you got up early. 6-hour time difference between Czech Republic and Ontario. Eastern Daylight Time back in Canada. 9:40 in the morning here in the Czech Republic. Early start for the women, this bronze medal game. Ball dropped at 8:30. We have got 4 medal games to bring you today. Which will bring our total to 49 games we've covered here at Tip Sport over 10 days. Canada have it down in the Slovakian end of the floor to start this first period. Or start this third period. Bouncing ball right to Sugiyama. She'll clear it. That will allow Team Canada to get a change in. Slovaks will change as well. Ball comes in front, taken away by Canada. Out at center, Rattray. Ahead to Francis. Sarah Francis getting around the outside, cutting into the middle. Desmuir was there, and it swept off her stick to the boards. Again, love to hear from you. Best way to do it, Twitter at @GScottSports. I know it's early back in Canada, no matter where you're watching from. Again, or late. If you're watching from BC, you probably stayed up. That comes right into Sugiyama. She'll cover it up. Get a face-off. Minute 55 gone here in the third period. 3-0 Canada. They scored early in the first period. Still got 3 more games to go, too. Early in the first period, a minute 24 in, and then Tomchikova shut the door until Canadians finally got to her late in the second. Jamie Lee Rattray with a goal in the final minute, and then Canada scored again. 1 second left to go in the period. They've broken open a very close game. Eagle. Drop pass. Skeets. Shot was blocked. Skeets has it again. Shot wide of the goal. Goes in behind the goal. Ball goes up and out of play. We'll get a whistle and a face-off in the Slovakian end of the floor. Brianna Curio, by the way, got that third Canadian goal with 1 second left to go. And I notice they have changed Canada's first goal. I had given it, watching it on the replay and live, to Jamie Lee Rattray. Here in the building, they had credited to Desmir as the shot comes in, stopped by Tomichkova. But I see now on the official scoring that they have changed that. It was indeed Rattray from Kane and Pickford. Canada's first goal, minute 24 in. Then Rattray again. At the 14:05 mark, 55 seconds left to go in the second. Rattray from Francis and Swanson. And they're showing the Curio goal at 14:59 of the second, unassisted. And she put home the rebound. Slovakia are in, taken away by Curio. Out at center, behind the goal. Behind the play, rather, in the goal. We've got a Slovakian player down, ran into the goal. Let's take a look at it here. Just at the tail end of it. That's 13, Yurkova. Gets to her feet. She'll make her way off, holding the back of her net as she crashed into the goal post. Face-off will be just outside the Canadian blue line. Just under 3.5 gone. Team Canada won a gold in Zug. Disappointed in that loss to the Americans yesterday. In that they led late and gave up a goal with just 34 seconds to go in the game. Rebecca Dobson, the hero for the U.S. So Canada now will play for the bronze here, and they have got a 3-0 lead. They can hold on to this, go home with a medal. Gold in Zug in 2015, bronze here in Pardubice. With 11 minutes to go, they lead it by 3. So far in this game, Slovakia generating little or no offense. So hard to believe they can suddenly turn it on, but stranger things have happened in sports. Skeets trying to get it out in front, cleared away by the Slovaks. Knocked down by Eagle. Out at center, Canada's got it again. Mers swings it over to the far side, Cheyenne Eagle. She'll gain the blue line. Tried to pass it back. That hit Kapustova, and it will be a penalty to Canada. Maybe a chance for the Slovaks to do something with the power play. And that was Vyshkova. Had her feet taken out from under her. Down she goes. Canadian player will go to the penalty box. Mallory Johnson, the penalized Canadian player. Canada wins the face-off. Clears it down the floor. Yurkova. That pass misfired. Canada's got it. Cleared ahead. Shorthanded. Racing onto it. Is Skeets in front. Shorthanded opportunity for Canada. Skeets looking for the rebound. Slovakia clear it. Kapustova into the middle. onto the stick of Kesmarova. Yurkova dropped it back, and again Canada clear the zone. Zaborska back to get it for the Slovaks. 1 minute to go in the Canadian penalty, and Kristen Kuz intercepts that at the blue line. Down she'll come short-handed, looking for Rattray. Ball comes here to the near corner. Rattray in there. She was working against Kazmarska. Rattray beats a couple of Slovaks to the ball. Back at the point, Kuz has got room. Kuz with the shot. Just missed far side. Rebound comes all the way out towards the blue line. Kapustova. Ran into Canadian defense, and there's a takedown. 2 points for the takedown, but also 2 minutes for the hold. Kapustova along the boards. .24 seconds left to go in the penalty to Team Canada. They'll go 4-on-4 for a little bit. Then Canada will be on the power play. .6:20 gone, third period. Pickford gets it down and behind the goal. Traversa pinned to the boards. Curio comes in trying to get it loose. Another 5 seconds, Canada will be on the power play. And now the Canadian penalty is ended. 5-on-4 power play for the next minute 29. Kuz has it at center. Kuz there with Kane. Pickford goes to Kane. Kane's shot, save made by Dimichkova. Mars coming off the bench for Team Canada. She's got it here at the left point. Shoots off a leg to the boards. Slovakia can't get it out. Mars. Kane. Shot. Scores! And if it wasn't done, that'll do it. 4-0. Just shy of the halfway mark. Blistering shot. Got all of that. Beats Dimichkova clean. And Amanda King adds to the scoring total for Canada. Rattray with 2. Curio with 1. Kane with 1. Canada 7 minutes, 33 seconds away from a bronze medal. Over the blue line, offside. Sugiyama makes the save, covers up. Haven't seen Slovakia really get a good, clean, hard shot on goaltender Sugiyama once in this game. The shots on goal they've had have been of that variety, where somebody gets a stick in the way, so the ball doesn't have a lot of velocity when it gets into the Canadian goaltender. Nothing clean. The Canadian defense has been sensational. smothering. Again in front. Skeets, turns, shoots. Tomchikova with the save. Yurkova. Yurkova still with it for the Slovaks. Moves it up a little bit further. Yurkova's got it again down in below the goal line. They'll move it back to the point. Kapustova doesn't get through. Eagle can't quite catch up to it. It'll be a flooring call against Team Canada. Another example of Canada blocking shots. Cheyenne Eagle. Canada will change. 8:50 gone now in the third. Truzinova taking the face off. The ball pushed wide of the goal by the Slovaks. Truzinova out in front. That shot again didn't get through. Stasova looking for Truzinova. Canada cleared away. Drake hustling in. Drake got to it before it got to the red line. Drake around the goal, out in front, put just over the top of the goal. That was Kane looking for another one. Kane's got it again. Drake, ball bounced on her. Now she'll turn. Drake shoots. Just a scramble in front of Tomichkova. Slovakia tried to clear it down the floor, went into the Canadian bench. Face-off will stay in Slovakia's end of the floor. Here's that chance for Amanda Kane. See her there in front, tips it. Tomichkova got a piece of it. Mandy Duhamel. Gets between the two players at the point for Team Canada. They'll get it, backhand it down to the Slovakian blue line. Duhamel sends it back out again. France is off the boards. Can't get it out over the red line. Velikova will clear it in. And behind the Canadian goal. Inside 5 minutes left to go in this one. Desmere, quick pass up ahead. Ratry's got a step, 2-on-1 for Canada. Broken up by Lelikova. Back to Kuz. Kuz centering it. Shot right on goal. Tomichkova has it. Zidnanska. Gabriela Zidnanska. So Slovakia heading off. Slovakia at center. Yurkova trying to get it in over the blue line. She can't. Myers over there for Canada gets it out. Down the floor. Will come back down into Team Canada's end of the rink. We'll get a Face-off, 10:57 gone in the third. That last play with Mars sending it down the floor. Pickford. Curio's out in front. Curio's got it. Shoots. Scores. She gets her second of the game. The rout is on. 5-0. Curio just left all alone in front of Tomchikova. .350 to go. Canada will win the bronze. Slovakia will finish in fourth place. And at 11:30, hour and a half from now, Czech Republic and the United States will play for the women's gold. Another shot by Canada, saved by Tomchikova. Rattree making a bid for the hat trick. Taken away by Rattree. She'll make the pass and head off. Kristen Coos. Ball comes into the corner. It's been all Canada all the time in this one. Most of these women's games have been very, very close to two semifinals, just one-goal games. Canada beat the Americans in the round robin by 1 goal. Czechs beat the Slovaks by 1 goal in the round robin. This one has been very one-sided. Sidnanska doesn't get it out. Eagle couldn't hold it in. Johnson, slap pass in front, rattles around to the boards. Skeets has it. Cleared down the floor. It'll go wide of the Canadian goal, and the face-off will come back in the Slovakian end. 2:09 left to go. Rogova won the face-off for the Slovaks. Get it down the floor. Duhamel to the boards. Drake. Curio, her backhand. That one off the stick of Lalikova into the corner. Slovaks get it out. No further than the Canadian blue line. Comes into the Team Canada bench. Dawn Tulk, one of the injured Canadian players, working the gate. She's got her uniform on, unable to play, doing what she can, helping out down at the gate. Chloe Tinkler down there as well. Heather Behrens, 3 of the injured Canadian players. For Canada, you had to think what might have been if those 3 had been available at semi-final game, but that's not how it works. You play with the ones you got. Injuries are part of the sport, just about every sport. And now we've got a Canadian player who's gone down right in the face-off circle. You can see what happened. She tripped over the Slovakian player. Her own stick came up and caught her, kind of stuck in the floor, and that's Rattray. There's Susanna Tomchikova. I suspect you'd have to go back and search the record books to find the last time that Susanna Tomchikova gave up 5 goals in a game. She's recognized as perhaps the best goalie in women's ball hockey, maybe the best of all time, certainly one of them. Canada got to her late in this one. She kept her team in it for the better part of 2 periods. All alone in front. And the save is made. And alone in front was April Drake. Actually, it was 14, Don Tulk, who they put out for 1 shift so she can say she played. She's missed all but the first game for Team Canada. Backhand goes wide with a knee injury. Decided she's there, played 1 shift, almost got a goal. Under a minute to go now. All out in front, Canada still all over the Slovaks. Dimitrikova makes the save. Canada really hasn't given the Slovaks a chance in this one. They have not had a single real good scoring opportunity in this game. And they have spent 90% of it in their own end of the floor. Francis came out from behind the goal, got away a shot. She's got it again. Down to 15 seconds to go now. And shot blocked. He's back at the point. Under 10. Cheering going up from the Canadian bench. That'll do it. There is the buzzer. Team Canada will win a bronze medal in the women's competition. Not the color they wanted, but coming into today's game, the best they could do, and they got and made the most out of it. Team Canada will get a bronze. The men will get at least a silver. They are playing in the gold medal game. That game, 5 o'clock this evening, local time here in the Czech Republic. Up next, the United States and the Czech Republic will play for gold in the women's competition. That game, 11:30 local, which is an hour, 23 minutes from now. Team Canada will celebrate. They'll line up to get their medals. I'm going to step aside and be back in just under an hour and a half from now. Congratulations, Team Canada, bronze medalists at the 2017 ISBHF World Championships.
Dámy a pánové, nyní hlásíme nejlepší hráčky utkání. Ladies and gentlemen, now we announce the best players of the game. Ceny předává pan George Korcos, prezident Mezinárodní fotbalové federace. Places nahráváme pan George Korcos, prezident ISBHF Federation. Nejlepší hráčkou z týmu Slovenska, best player of team Slovakia, hráčka s číslem 9, player number 9, Patricia Zurinová. Nejlepší hráčkou z týmu Kanady, best player from team Canada, is player number 12, Brianna Trio. Na počest vítězného týmu nyní vyslechneme státní hymnu Kanady. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise up from National Anthem of Team Canada. Dámy a pánové, nyní vyhlásíme týmy na 3. a 4. místě mistrovství světa v hokejbale žen. Now we will now present the awards to the team places 3rd and 4th at 2017 ISBHF Women's World Championship. Ceny předává pan George Korcos, prezident Mezinárodní hokejbalové federace, a Steve Power, prezident Kanadské hokejbalové federace. The awards are presented by Mr. George Korcos, president of the ISBHF, and Steve Power, the president of the Canadian Ball Hockey Association. Na 4. místě se umístil the team place 4 is team Slovakia. Dámy a pánové, prosím, přijďte než nastoupení tým Kanady. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Team Canada.
"45 games over the last 9 days, 4 more to go here at Tipsport. We are into Medal Saturday. Up first, the women's bronze medal game between Canada and Slovakia. Canada lost 3-2 to the United States yesterday in their semifinal. Slovakia dropped a 1-0 decision to the host Czech Republic. 4 games left to be played here at Tipsport. Hard to believe. It was 10 days ago we started. Thursday.
Thank you.